going on? We're back at it. We're live from Fadeaway Barbershop. Fadeaway Barbershop, LV, 3400 South Jones Boulevard, Suite 21. I'm your boy Lauren the Barber, and we have the announcer, Emmanuel the artist over here. And you know how we do it every week, podcast where we connect the financial literacy with the barber industry, and it's not going to stop. It's just going to continue to go and to be updated on whatever's going on right now. What's hot? So tell us what's hot, Emmanuel.
So what's good, guys? Today we're going to dive right into it. It looks like one of the heavy hitters that we're going to dive right into, of course, is going to be Amazon. So Amazon is investing heavily in AI infrastructure, is reporting up to $200 billion in 2026, driving a long-term transformation away from pure e-commerce into AI cloud services. The company recently laid off 16,000 corporate workers, signaling operational restructuring as part of cost-cutting and AI adaptations. Amazon stock experienced a notable downturn during this large AI spending initiative, with multi-day losing streak and market value dropping sharply before a rebound. So lessons that investors and barbers can take away from this, summary is, big, long-range investments in future capabilities may hurt short-term stock performance. Which is, that goes without saying, when you're looking to invest for the future, you're always gonna have initial loss up front because you're making an investment. You're not gonna see a return right away. So with that in mind, you just have to invest wisely and pick the right investment and commit to it. And that's what Amazon's doing with this partnership in AI and with these big budgets for their AI systems.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. But no, that's real interesting because Amazon, they're like famous for that. That's how they started. It's a viral video of Jeff Bezos on, I think it was the Tonight Show. I think it was with Jay Leno, matter of fact. And Jay Leno had mentioned how many years, because you hear so much about them, they're doing great. But then he said when he checks their financials, they've been losing millions of dollars every year. And
Just an operational cost?
Yeah, but it was for operational costs, yeah. And so Jeff Bezos responded. He was like, "I know. It's like it seems as if it's backward, right?" But he just ended up saying, "We're putting down the foundation for the future. We're setting the foundation for the future." And then, as you see later, then they start being one of the most profitable companies in history.
Right.
So that's what they're doing now. Everything is changing over to artificial intelligence. So he's gonna do the same thing that he did the first time, but he's gonna do it with artificial intelligence. But like you said, yeah, you gotta, once you put your initial investment down, you're not gonna see a profit for a while.
You might even see a loss,
Yeah, and you might even see a loss.
They were reporting, The
Yeah.
last 3 months, Amazon's been down stock-wise, but in terms of what they're willing to spend on future profit is high still.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the long term thing. That the real money is in long term. It's in long term gains. Trying to do, looking for short term gains a lot of time is gambling. And that's not a good habit to have when you're trying to do business. When you're trying to build a business, you shouldn't have a gambler's mind state. Those are the people that they go out of business really quick. And it's a big waste of money. And just a smart thing when you're starting a business, you're supposed to have a certain amount of money to lose. You should have, if you can, 5 years of money to lose on the up and down, because the majority of businesses go out of business within the first 5 years. So you got to know that's your learning process that you're paying for. You still got to go to school, but I mean, it'd be great if you hit it overnight, but you shouldn't just go in thinking that.
Make it on it.
And look at here. Okay. Yeah, but nah. Okay, go ahead. Is more question? Okay.
So it says, in a barbershop, invest in the future tech and infrastructure first. Better booking systems, training, and branding, even if it's a temporary squeeze for short-term profit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So then we're going to jump into our next big heavy hitter Titan company, which is Apple.
Huh?
Um, Apple is making one of its biggest investment commitments, 500 billion in the U.S. overall several years for the AI silicone for their manufacturing and more. They want to invest basically more into their infrastructure and manufacturing because they're wanting to put out more products.
Uh-huh.
Despite
Okay.
new
Who
launches,
is this? Say it again.
Apple,
Apple?
correct, Apple.
Okay. Okay.
Despite new product launches and
Uh-huh.
partnerships, Apple faced a 19% drop stock over the year to date in 26 due
Uh-huh.
to competitive pressure, regulatory scrutiny, and AI race anxieties.
Uh-huh.
Apple stock has been under pressure recently, even though it remains one of the most valuable companies globally. The lessons we could take away from this is innovation alone isn't enough. The timing of a product, the cycles, and the regulatory environment matter. For
Uh-huh.
barbers, staying ahead with trends is vital, but you must also align with customers' demands and external pressure, prices, and local competition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So basically, what I take away from that is, Apple's always been ahead of the industries in terms of technology and products,
Mm-hmm.
but that too gets old. With all the new competition that is on the market, and also the price point at which they're hitting consumers. People
Right.
are holding on to their phones longer and they're opting to not upgrade.
Right. Right. Right.
Without Steve Jobs, we're not staying ahead of the curve there.
Man, that Steve Jobs was a big hit, right? It was a big hit to
Yeah,
lose Steve Jobs.
he thinks ahead where these guys are just,
In the now.
taking what's out there and coming out with things years later after Samsung and other companies.
Mm-hmm. Right, right, right. Yeah, because Samsung is on the rise. Actually, they're partnered with Elon Musk to make that uh, Prime Optimus Prime robot, right?
I didn't even hear about that one.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe they invest into it, but I don't think they're partners.
yeah. Like it's something he's using them with. He's using some of their technology or something like that. I remember
They're
it
opening the factory in Texas.
exactly. Yes. Oh, it's not open yet.
I don't think it's open yet,
Okay.
but they're building it out.
Okay. Yeah. No, I remember. I remember because he moved it from California. One of my customers said something that just made so much sense. It was, she was like, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world, and he said California was too expensive. she said, who am I to say California not too expensive? If the richest man in the world said California too
Yeah,
expensive,
it is.
it just is what it is at that point. Uh
Governor Newsom,
huh. Oh,
he's taking all the money.
oh my God,
He's stealing all the money.
he trying to go be the new president, right?
Oh, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know too
They're
much about
trying
Newsom, but
to
man.
tax your savings and your assets now in California.
Ah, heck no.
So let's say you had like $1 million equity in your home, they would tax you 5% on that. And
Uh
if you had money in the bank, they would tax you on that too, on your savings.
huh. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's unbelievable. They supposed to be giving you money,
Yeah.
with that little 0.111%. But yeah, what's going on, Ricky? Ricky, your customer bird money, he tapped in. He said, "What's up, fellas? Not much, man. You know how we do it, keeping it going, man. If you got some info, let us know about it." Yeah, nah, yeah. California don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense. And I guess you just go there for the weather and the beach, but
Yeah.
everything else, it's like, why? Why would I do that?
Everybody is moving out of there,
Yeah,
especially the big companies.
yeah.
In and out owners, they move.
Hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. So what? So now, man, you said now, Apple. Now what did they do? Did they did a partnership?
No, they're just reporting, at a loss right now, even though
Oh
they're
yeah.
still ahead of, supposedly ahead of the tech industry. They still
Yeah.
reported a 19% loss, but they're still, you know, that's due to like competitive pressure, the regulatory scrutiny. So all the scrutiny that was going on with these chips moving out of China and everything, that messed up their supply chain. So they were taking losses all 2025,
Yeah.
2026 in regards to that. So
Right.
basically,
Right.
we're just stating how in the barber industry, sometimes there's foreseen losses. So how can we go about setting ourselves up to be to be just still profitable in a sense.
Well, my guy said it right here. What's your name again, sir?
Bobby.
Bobby said it when he brought up Steve Jobs, to where Steve Jobs was a person that could see in the future what's to come.
Visionary.
Say a visionary. There we go. And I mean that's the mind state that we always have to have. And so it's not just about right now, like how people are styling their hair or the way that they're booking their appointments or not. It's about according to the new infrastructure that's coming with the AI, with metaverse, and all of that type of stuff. How can we prepare for that? You know. So once that comes around, there's no difference from if you're doing real estate and that Las Vegas is about to remodel this whole neighborhood coming up, which they're about to do by the Fiesta Casino. Why not go ahead and buy a house over there? You know, because when it's time to remodel over there, they're gonna do one or two things. They're either gonna give you some money to buy your property, or if they don't, they're gonna build all around it, so the equity is gonna shoot sky high. So the money's gonna fall into your hands one way or another. But you get ahead of it because you know it's coming. So that's the same thing in the barber industry. Like not to toot my own horn. But I just back in the day, I seen what people were doing with their hair, and it started looking like cosmetology to me. You know what I mean? I had a couple of reasons to go to cosmetology school because it was a guy too. You know, I was messing with the girl that was his assistant, and she knew how much money he was making, and she told me he was making $250,000 a year, and I'm like, man, I'm making like goddamn 60. I'm like, man, I'd be danged if I let somebody be in the same industry that I'm in, and they making 250, I'm making 60. That don't make no sense. So I went there for that. But I just started paying attention to guys. They was getting color in their hair. They was getting man units and all this type of stuff. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna move to a big city one day. So whatever's going on here is definitely going on in the big city already, because normally they're ahead. So that's what I did. And then when I came up here, I had to use all of them skills immediately, and I had to use the cosmetology license even just to even get in the door, because my barber license took 6 months to transfer. You know, but I'm just that type of aspect though. That's the way that we don't fall behind. We stay ahead. Gotta position ourselves right.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
So our next company we're going to dive into is going to be Alphabet. Alphabet stock is up significantly in recent years and became one of the few companies to hit a multi-trillion-dollar market cap driven by AI, search advertising strength, and other components. The company is a parent of Google, is a part of a massive AI spending initiative, hundreds of billions among major tech players. These stock gains reflect confidence in long-term AI monetization, even as the market remains volatile. The lesson that we can take away from this is we need to build a broad ecosystem of revenue streams, not just one service. Barbers can apply this by offering multiple income drivers, haircuts, products, training, membership, and doing events. So, what is your input on that? Have you done any of those things to drive traffic?
Name those things one more time. And hold on, I kind of missed that whole thing because I was looking for my
Google is
guy.
really big in AI. They're pretty dominating. They own a lot of AI stuff that they're coming out with. Gemini is their AI competitor with ChatGPT, but they release so many different things.
Right.
in the AI industry.
Mm-hmm.
Nano Banana is their big like image model.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
With Nano Banana, you can put tons of different things. Like if you guys are doing haircuts, you can just put a bunch of different cuts and put it on someone's face.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like all your best cuts, you just put that there and say, "Oh, show it on this person's face," and then we'll just, that might be a good thing for you guys to do.
Definitely. Definitely. That's fun. This is the third week that came up.
Yeah.
Third week in a row and that came up. So it's just pretty much it has to happen. I'm gonna do that this week now because it just only makes sense. And that thing worked pretty fast, right, Gemini?
Oh, yeah, very fast.
Yeah,
Very
like
fast.
because
It's built in. So
yeah,
Nano Banana is built into Gemini.
uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. Now you said now what was the Gemini? They did a deal with somebody. Is that what you said, Emmanuel?
Oh no, it's a company called Alphabet.
Alphabet
Oh
is
yeah, that's
Alphabet
the
is
parent
Google's
company.
parent company.
Yeah,
Right.
And what about them? What do they do?
They're just continuing to continue to make gains. They're making trillions of dollars. Even though the market in AI to investors right now it's a little bit volatile
Right.
with everything that's going on with.
Yeah, they're ahead of the curve in the AI.
Yeah. Yeah, we're using the Alphabet service right now on YouTube here. And but yeah, no, I'm investing in the Alphabet. Thank God, you know what I mean? But the reason why I invested into them is because I'm a YouTube guy. I say I'm a student at YouTube University because that's my number one outlet for everything.
Yeah, YouTube is great.
Yeah. So I was just thinking, I'm like, man, how can I invest in this, man? Because I sure spend a whole bunch of time in it. So I need to be making some money. And yeah, it worked out. And I don't know if they split or something like that. I think I bought it like right before they split or something, if they did split. But yeah, I got Amazon too. So that was kind of like, that was sad news for the short term, that last question. But
They're not going nowhere.
yeah,
They're
nah.
gonna grow, continue to grow. So
Right. Yeah, that love.
they're taking pressure from the China cutbacks and the Trump stuff, because most of the stuff on Amazon is made in China.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. So
And the
what?
high import tax is affecting Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet those tariffs. But don't the government have to return the tariff money? Didn't they rule that in the Supreme Court the other day?
They don't want to return it to Bezos.
Okay, right. Man. Yeah, that's messed up. And then
I'm sure there's some returns. There's going to be some, money coming back. And Trump is like taking from Peter to pay Paul.
right. And what's the one company sued Trump? But Trump, guess what? I'm glad you said that. I mean, now you made me think of it. He sued Google. He sued Alphabet. He sued YouTube when he became president because he said they slandered his name and they had to pay him $200 million. They settled and gave him $200 million. Yeah, it's crazy.
More of a, here, I don't want any enemy with you.
Exactly. Oh no, yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, Zach, you know what? Yeah, right now it's bad timing, and 200 million of them, that ain't nothing. That that's a lot to us, but 200 million, they get that right back. That's how they looking at it. So what else you got over there, Emmanuel?
The next company we're going to dive into is Microsoft.
Uh huh.
So Microsoft continues to invest heavily in both AI and cloud services, including its strategic ties with OpenAI that provides lucrative long-term revenue sharing. Analysis see Microsoft as relatively stable AI stock compared with peers due to diversified revenue. Microsoft shares are trading at reasonable earning multiples, and investors seem to appreciate the company's dual approach of innovation paired with diversified revenue. Lessons we could take away from this is diversification reduces risk. Don't rely only on one type of service or income in your shop. Translate this to offering both cutting services as well as having retail products in the shop to sell. Because having a diversified income is that's what makes people confident in investing in your business for the long term.
Yes, sir.
when it comes to like outside investments and partnerships and all that. It just brings credibility to your business, having systems and executing behind them.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I mean, shoot, this is the time to do a commercial for Fadeaway Barbershop because, that's what we do. We make it a one-stop shop. You come get all your products here, you get brushes, do-rags, pomade, texturizing powder, mousse. You got aftershave cologne. We even got the smell good. We have the smell good oil, the cologne oil, you know, everything you need. We got our merch on the way. Just got shipped out today to be here shortly. So yeah, man, and more to come, more to come. But yeah, I agree. Diversity is the way. But at the same time, how I like to do it is make sure that it aligns with what this what this barbershop is about. That's that just makes sense. We're not just selling some random stuff, and I did back in the day, but but like say cell phones for instance or something like that, and it could make sense, but it's more about complementing what we do. The stuff that we sell, it complements what we do. It's still in the beauty industry. It's in the barber industry, you know, and and hair, fashion, and entertainment runs hand in hand. So anything that aligns with those three, we're gonna entertain it here. We're gonna have it for sale. We're gonna entertain it here, and complete the mission. Yep.
So our next topic is Meta platforms. Meta, formerly Facebook, is restructuring and making strategic shifts that include AI development and cost cutting. Layoffs were announced as part of those changes. Meta is also invested heavily in AI infrastructure. They have a $100 billion project currently running. The stock has been volatile related to investor skepticism over their ROI on AI spending, similar to other tech peers. They also seen a huge loss with what was it? They had the metaverse.
Metaverse, yeah. But see, now this is the thing. They did have a loss, a huge, I mean, colossal loss with Metaverse. But they have something I believe it's called Meta Horizon, to where I know someone personally that's making money in the Metaverse. He's selling this stuff, so he says he makes right now $4,000 a week. I mean, not a week, but my bad, a month. That's $1,000 a week just by putting stuff on the Metaverse. So it's still running. People are still making money from it, but just his high investment in it, he just took a loss. But it's not over with, and it's gonna still work because, like I said, people are generating money right now, so they're in there.
So would you say that? Would you say you could see? Could you possibly see barbershops being prominent or being a business that can work in the metaverse?
Yeah, definitely. I just had a kid in here the other day. I was cutting his hair, and then he just started asking his dad. And he like, I want to see a haircut. I want to see a haircut. And I didn't know what the heck he was talking about. Then his dad brought the tablet over here, and they had like a type of cartoon cutting hair. He was watching a cartoon perform a haircut. You know, so with that being said, putting the barbershop in the metaverse, we're gonna do that. Actually, we're gonna do that because the guy that told me about him making $4,000 a month in there, putting his boxing gym in there and selling his boxing equipment and stuff like that in there, like, it just made sense. I'm like, why not do that for a barbershop? But yeah, no, it's real. People are in the metaverse.
Do you think digital products is another good way for barbers to make money in this industry?
Definitely, we got Sly Hunter. We bought his book, um, his digital product, two books. One on how to grow your social media, one how to monetize your social media, and he made a ton of money. and still making a ton of money on with this digital product. So it definitely, and it's easy. You know, I buy audio books all the time. I don't buy physical books. That's digital. I have Audible through Amazon, and everything's digital. The majority of people are listening to audio books nowadays. You know, because of the hustle and bustle. People don't have time to sit down, or they don't take time to sit down. But I can't say that it's dead. It definitely ain't dead because I ain't heard about no Barnes and Nobles shutting down. So that means people still enjoy going to get physical books and sit down in there, get some coffee from the Starbucks that's inside there and everything, enjoy the experience. But definitely audio books are definitely hot. All of the digital products. Even if you buy a book, the last book I bought to read was a digital book. You know,
Nice.
so we can definitely do that. You said Bob. Say your name again. Sir.
Bobby.
Yeah, look up.
Say your name again.
Bobby.
Bobby. Yeah, yeah. Do you read books or
I listen to Audible as well.
Audible? Yep. There we go.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to read books, but
Uh huh.
now, stop. The audio is. I like the audio too because you can speed it up. You could be like 1.2,
Yeah.
1.5,
Yes, sir.
maybe twice as fast if you want to. Or
Right.
some people talk slower and I want to speed it up. The people who talk faster and just go normal.
Right. Yep. I do the same thing. I do the same thing. Yep. What you do with the digital products, Emmanuel? Like you buy anything digital?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you said, anything that's gonna help me develop my marketing game and photography, social media game, all those type of products. I think they're beneficial. Hopefully one day I hope to have my own digital product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Well, there we go. Hold on. So self-explanatory. The digital world is here. I mean, it's gonna be even more. I mean, it's only getting more digital.
Right.
It's only getting more digital, artificial intelligence, all of that type of stuff. Yeah. What was the next question on there
I
or
think we're
topic?
already. So 6, we're jumping into Oracle.
Uh
Oracle's
huh.
leadership, reshuffle, and cloud expansion have fueled strong cloud revenue growth and large service backlogs. Oracle also has strategic stakes with partnerships with TikTok US. The
Mhm.
infrastructure plays may not be as flashy as consumer tech, but can offer steady revenue growth and demand resilience.
Mhm.
Lessons that we can learn from this is steady, consistent services. Performance builds reliability, revenue, and just like building a loyal clientele base,
Mhm.
um, the same thing goes for Oracle. They're supplying the infrastructure for AI,
Uh huh.
so and they've been doing it well for a long time. So they're just going to keep on doing that. They're even
Right.
going to make more with storage and cloud being a bigger component in the AI space.
Right.
So
Definitely.
that's their specialty,
Right. Right.
software and storage basically for that software.
Right. Right. So how do you think that we can apply what they're applying as far as their business and concern to with our
Just being
industry?
consistent with our services, that's going to build reliability. That's going to build retention. That's
Mhm.
basically what Oracle's been able to do. All their clients that they've worked with, they've done good business, so their name just continues to grow.
Right. Right. Right.
As well as partnerships, because they have that arena in San Francisco, and that brings in a lot of business, I'm sure, for them.
Well,
Mhm.
they're the major owner of TikTok now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Cause they got in with them a while ago, right? So they bought more, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I
Well,
remember.
yeah, when they were forced to sell,
Right.
Oracle took the lead on thinking that he just became like the third richest man in the world, surpassing Zuckerberg or something like that.
Oh wow. Okay. Man. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense, man. It makes sense to invest into someone or a business that already has a strong foundation, a strong movement, strong um, what is it, momentum.
Right.
You know, that's what it looked like. But I remember when they first had started providing cloud for TikTok back in the day. And man, well that's colossal, man, because I mean we definitely get people in here saying they heard from us from TikTok. So it definitely works. It definitely works. So, you know, but I guess how we can learn from that actually is, you know, working with people that already have a business that supports the barber industry, you know, and offering another company equity in the business, or you know we just invest with them in order for them to apply their or kind of like combine their business with ours, you know, like say we get a person that's good in AI, you know, and they can find a way to help us create the type of AI that can answer our phones. They can, you know, do whatever we need far as to make our business either more efficient or just to add on to it.
Right.
Yeah, I found you guys on Google Maps.
Okay,
Nice.
I'm from San Diego. I'm just out here visiting.
okay. I heard it's beautiful out there. Yeah, yeah. Everybody, well, there it is. That Google works a
Yep, Google
ton.
Maps. You guys have great reviews and open rate.
Yes, sir.
So many places around here um, close like at 7 o'clock.
Uh huh.
There's another place closed at 8 o'clock.
Mhm.
I saw you guys there at midnight with high reviews. So rushed over.
That hey, I love it. But that there it go. Yep. You know, we use their
And the
services
donation.
to add on to ours. So that's like the same aspect.
This is screenshot just to open up the pores a little bit before I use the razor.
Okay.
You getting the premium service over here, Bobby?
Right on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to Fade Away Barbershop. My God. Yep. So was that the last question?
No, the last one's the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room. Let's see what the elephant is in the room. What's the elephant in the room? All right, Lipsy.
So actually, it says key market themes: AI spending is shaking up markets. Stocks can see short-term pressure being big capital or expenditures, but long-term gains if the investment pays off. Layoffs don't always mean failure. Instead, they can signal strategic realignment to focus on future growth areas, AI or automation. Diversification and brand matter. Investors reward companies that balance innovation with diversified revenue streams. Some same for barbers building multiple income streams.
Mhm.
Corporate strategies that have been used, in these different topics are large tech firms invest for future growth. Stocks may dip on heavy spending. Diversification reduces risk. Leadership and vision influence value. And market volatility creates opportunity. The barber takeaways were invest in tools and brands before expecting immediate payoff. Your profits may fluctuate while scaling, but that's okay. Offer multiple services to stabilize income. Lead your brand with clarity and purpose, and use slower seasons to sharpen skills and marketing. The elephant in the room is March Madness 2026 and barbering opportunities. The 2026 men's basketball tournament, March Madness, is dominating headlines and social media. Millions of fans are tuning in to live betting, the different brackets, and all the hysteria that goes on during this month for March Madness. And the Sweet 16 is upcoming as well as the Final Four for the peak periods of that engagement. That matters for barbers because March Madness creates a shared cultural conversation. People are talking about teams, brackets, and the games and the moments constantly, and the barbershop can be a hub for these type of events.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
what have you seen, during your many years of experience, how sports can affect the barbershop?
Oh my God. It's everything. I mean, I used to work at a barbershop. The last barbershop I worked at in Las Vegas, I mean, in Akron, Ohio. Um, yeah, I worked at a Robert L's place. Shout out to Robert L. Then my guy Stevie ended up buying it. But, when I first got there, it was Robert L's place. But man, it was a barbershop that was in business for 30 years. And it was revolved around sports and mainly football. And the guys, they used to bet. They used to bet on the games. But I never been in a barbershop where everybody just had profound knowledge about all of these guys in sports. They knew where they went to middle school at. They knew where they knew. I mean, they knew everything about these people. It's like they were private investigators following these guys. Like it was crazy, but people would come in there just to talk about sports. They might already had it gotten their haircut, or they'll get their haircut and then just stick around, just to talk sports, man. It's just everybody, all the barbers had their sports paraphernalia all around their mirrors in the barber shop, and they're wearing their clothes, and I mean it was just all about sports, man. And but then but the conversation is in all barbershops, period. Because I worked in two other barbershops there, and sports is always a big factor, big talking factor. But that one right there, though, it was just over the top, though, man. But
Do you
sports
have
make
any,
people happy,
yeah. Do you have any fond memories of a specific game or a specific sports moment that happened while you were in the shop?
Let me think. Let me see. Where was I while I was in there? Well, big thing for us was when the Cavs were in the championship. So, we made sure that we kept all of those series on and stuff like that. So we were just excited. And then I had all of the shirts for sale. I had all of the Cavaliers T-shirts and just a kid from Akron shirts and all that type of stuff. And they were just, man, they was selling out crazy. Like, I mean, they was selling. It was like Molly T. How everybody coming in there. It was like Molly T. People coming in there buying them T-shirts and stuff. So, and but for the actual championship, I went up to Cleveland and I watched it in the bar. I didn't go to the game. I watched it in the bar up there. But all the way until that game, we were in the barber shop, and everybody was excited. It was just a real exciting time. You know.
Nice.
Yep. But when LeBron captured the first ever championship for Cleveland Cavaliers, broke the Cleveland curse.
Do you see him? Can you see him going back for his next season? Because the word on the street is the Lakers aren't going to take him next season.
I can see him going back. I can, because he want to do his farewell tour. I'm trying to remember what basketball player it was that went back to their original team to retire. They went. It might have been Shaq, man. It might have been Shaq. I'm gonna have to do my research, but it was one of them. They went around, played at different teams, and then to retire, they went back and just signed for a year so they can retire at their home team. But no. And the other thing is,
What, Shaq got drafted to the Magic, right?
right. Well, yeah, you're right. And it wasn't. Yeah. He didn't go back to his original team, right? He went back to the Lakers. But it might not have been Shaq though, man. I just got to. I'm gonna do my research though, 'cause I just remember playing doing that. But the thing is, the Cavs is good. He mess around, go back there and get a championship on the way. He might, he go over there with Donovan Mitchell and James Harden and them. He mess around and get a championship on his last year. But I could definitely see that. Yes, sir, Bobby. It's Bobby, right?
Yep.
Man, you got a fly cut, man. That's a hip cut right there. you coming?
Shape.
Yeah, shaper. Yeah.
He got you hit, man. You going out Las Vegas. It's a Las Vegas night.
Yeah.
You going to party or you going to you just here just
I got some family out here.
okay. Well, that's
Get
awesome.
off of there.
Yep. So what you got left, Kobe, or is that it?
Guess we could touch on it briefly. 'Cause I know last time we spoke about the Las Vegas getting the bid for the expansion team, and Magic Johnson meeting with Mayor Lombardo about the bid getting accepted and everything like that. What are your thoughts on it, man?
I mean, man, I'm excited for Las Vegas. The Las Vegas basketball team is gonna bring more money to the city, bring more excitement to the city, and they're gonna go above and beyond on the stadium because it's Las Vegas. So, I mean, it's nothing but good things. I can't wait to get in there.
Yeah, that Raider Stadium is really nice.
And I haven't been in there yet. I can't wait to get in there still. Yeah.
Here's the use of AI. What major basketball player went back to their home team
There we
to
go.
retire?
Ready? Okay. 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 Hold on, real quick. Yep. Lauren the Barber speaking.
Several. Let's see. Wayne Wade, Kevin Durant, Kevin Garnett, Allen Iverson, Scottie Pippen.
Well, no, you can rent the station. Yeah, you can also do
So
commission.
a couple notable ones.
Yeah. So do me a favor.
Those
Take
five
my
you
number
mentioned,
and
those are the
give me a
main ones.
text message, and then I'm
Wayne
gonna
Wade, Kevin
I'm gonna
Garnett,
call you, and then we're
Allen
gonna converse
Iverson,
more. Okay.
And
Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
So but
Well, you got anything else planned for the rest?
no,
of
no,
that
I'm
month?
not gonna be able to talk about it later. I mean, you could
Yeah,
give me a
just
text
go
message, and
back to
I can talk to you then.
Yeah,
Yep.
man, well, thank you for participating, man. We really appreciate your input.
No, I'm about to give you this number right
Coming
now.
down and checking us out.
Thank you.
Oh, your total day is gonna be 45.
Yep. 702
You want to pay
827?
cash?
Okay.
827 1312.
Let me change.
This is Lauren. Yep.
Give me 35.
All right. Thank you. You're welcome. Yep. Yeah. So who was those guys that went back? You said a bunch of them.
Scottie Pippen, Allen Iverson,
Uh-huh.
Dwayne Wade,
Wow.
and Kevin Garnett.
Man, all of those guys. Okay. But you know what? Who I was thinking of? I was thinking of Scottie Pippen though. I think I believe that I was. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, he did that. Yep. Cause I know it was a big one. So he went to the Trailblazers, and yep, he came back to retire at his home team. Man, that's real interesting. But yeah, I can see LeBron doing that with the Cavs. But like I said, I think he actually has a
20,
chance of winning a championship there.
30, 22, 24, 5. All right, 35.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good rest of your time.
All right, Bobby. Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank
man.
you for
Yeah,
your
take care.
input on everything.
Good
You
luck
were.
on the podcast.
I appreciate
I'll
you.
give you a good review on Google.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
thank
you
you.
much. Enjoy your time here.
Thanks, bud.
Yep, you're welcome. Yeah. So what you think about the Las Vegas basketball team?
I think it's gonna be
Estás
good for
casi
the
listo
city,
también.
for sure. I know that they're arguing on where to put it. I think that's a good talking point. 'Cause
Yeah.
they could collaborate with T-Mobile and do it with the Knights, or they could continue to keep on building up because they have some land. I think they're proposing some land off of Blue Diamond or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of central to like one of the main roads, so that would be cool to be like a standalone, kind of like how they have like the baseball stadium in Sutherland for the Aviators. How
Right.
it's kind of standalone. That's really a nice experience because then there's more of a vibe associated with that area,
Yeah.
and they could build more around it. More businesses can be associated with it. When you throw it on the strip, it gets kind of watered down by just everything, all the commotion.
Right. Yeah,
But
that's
it
for
would be
sure.
cool to see something that's like dedicated to sports, because Las Vegas has a lot of basketball history. I think
Mm-hmm.
just with like talent, and then just how people come here flock for the March Madness and everything like that. people like to talk about sports, bet on sports here. So
¿Quieres cortar algo de la arriba? Nah. Okay. Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is just, sports town anyway. Everybody come here to bet. Everybody come to, why
youth
they're
sports is big
betting
here
it.
too.
What's that?
Youth sports,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
the AAU tournaments and all that.
Man,
type of stuff.
exactly. Yeah, I came up here. My son had an AAU tournament up here. Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's just vibrant. So having something specialized, maybe even somewhere where 'cause I know Shaq, he has
bien.
a lot of investments in I think he has a youth basketball court on the north of Las Vegas.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe getting him involved to do some stuff.
He's definitely going to. Yeah,
That'd be
Shaq
dope.
got a house up here.
Right.
Residents
Residents and everything.
Yeah.
There's so many basketball stars who probably want to get in on, some type of investment with it,
Right.
So I know he has a restaurant. Shaq has his restaurant chain out here.
Right.
Big
What is it
Chicken.
called again?
Big Chicken.
Big Chicken? Is that the Texas chicken thing?
It's his own chain. He got I think he has 10 across the U.S. It's his own
Okay.
chicken restaurant.
You been there?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. It's fire.
It's fire?
It's fire.
Okay. You got grilled chicken or it's fried?
Man. They do it all type. It's like a Chick-fil-A chain, so they do it fried, grilled. Pretty sure they have vegan options too. It's like a chicken, fast food chain. So they got, options.
What the closest one?
It's right off of Maryland Parkway. Right
Okay.
off of Maryland and Flamingo. So maybe 10 minutes from here. Actually.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check it out on my cheat day. It sounds like it's a cheat day.
Oh yeah,
A
it's
cheat day
day
type of
meal for
thing. But
sure,
yeah, I'm gonna go and check them out. Okay.
So yeah, man. I think we had some good talking points today, and we definitely talked about how AI is playing a big part in the future of how we do business and how we can maximize its potential for us.
Yes, sir. No, I agree, man. Yeah, definitely. We definitely have some good talking points, and man, that's how we do it here, Fadeaway Barbershop. Make sure everybody tap in on the YouTube channel, Fadeaway Barbershop LV, and you go to that Cloth Talk podcast, go to that Cloth Talk playlist, and you'll be able to see every episode that we ever did, and also you'll be able to see the interviews that we do when we go to the different barber expos, and we got a lot more coming right now. So yeah, man, anything else you want to say, man, you out?
Come check us out. We have Easter coming up next week, so make sure you book your appointments in advance because we will be busy
Yes, sir.
Friday and Saturday next week for sure.
That's 100%.
In regards to that holiday. But we will be having another episode Friday, so stay tuned for that. As always.
That's it, and that's all. And we out. Off to the next one. Peace.